Hi, welcome in. This is going to be a new format for a kind of video I want to do, and I'm just going to cut to the chase. I think Facebook Marketplace is stupid in the fact that it's trying to take away Craigslist, and it's been largely successful in doing so, but I'm a Craigslist girly. I grew up trying to find chickens on Craigslist to convince my parents to buy them, and I've always really enjoyed the crazy, weird side of Craigslist that is like a lost art form now that a majority of people rely on Facebook Marketplace. So I'm going to go on Craigslist and just read through things, and you get to listen to that in the background while you're doing whatever you want. And if you want to enjoy the complimentary footage of me drawing mystery illustrations of fate, you have that available to you. All good? All set? Great, let's get into it. Alright, I've loaded up the New York missed connections section of Craigslist, and I'm just gonna go through the list and pick out things and talk about them. One thing that's really important for you to know about Craigslist is that there is always a man looking for a redhead. No matter what place in the universe we're at, there is some man trying to hunt down a redhead. That color does something to a man like a bull and a matador. Maybe it's the rareness, maybe it's a fetish, nobody knows. For example, this first one. This man quotes, "Searching for a really pretty redhead working in Freeport retail store yesterday. Parentheses, Freeport, end parentheses, ... and friendly. Easy to talk to, too. I explained that I knew it was inconsiderate to flirt with you while you're working. Would like to get to know you. I need a hangout buddy." End quotes from that man. Sir, you are not looking for a hangout buddy, and you know it. She was nice to you? She's working, sir. I really like it when they give like more of a description of the person. My favorite format for these are when they're like, you wearing this, me wearing that. And they're like really punctual about it. Like there's a format, like they do this often whenever they see somebody who they might have a connection with. They go and make a post. It could be the same guy. I have no idea. It's also great when they leave you clues. All right, I'm clicking to the next one. This may be a shocker to you. It is another person looking for a redhead. This one happens to be a redheaded guy. Let's start, quote, "Redhead guy at Bergen Street, 2/3 lines on Thursday, 5-2 Brooklyn. You, male, tall, red hair and beard. Don't remember your attire." And now we get to their creative writing side. Let's say, "It was Thursday morning at the Bergen Street station, Manhattan bound side. You were sitting down on the benches, and as I was looking around, I caught you looking at me. We entered different train cars, but I got off at the same station to transfer to express lanes. I glanced at you, and I think you noticed me looking at you since you got on the same train cart with me on the 4-5 holding the same pole. I was too shy to say something, which I now regret. You sat down, but after that, I got off at the next stop." No context about what they were wearing. There's a lot of people. I personally have a dream that one day I'm gonna check out Craigslist for New Hampshire, which is where I live, and I'm gonna see somebody describing me, and they're just gonna give off like the worst description possible. Like love at first sight, but there's still something wrong with me. It's sort of like pleasant in a way to imagine strangers looking at you in this way and like not being able to remember anything like about like what you're wearing. They're just staring at your face and they remember things and they're like, dang, I'm not a brave person, but I'm brave enough to post this on Craigslist. Hoping that you are also the kind of weirdo who checks out Craigslist to make sure nobody's like cyber stalking them in whatever way possible. Clicking to the next one. "A smile at Grand Army Plaza in Brooklyn. You, long hair, headphones, tall, corduroy jacket, carrying a Calbo tote?" What's Calbo? Ooh, you get to hear my loud mechanical keyboard. Calbo tote. Enter. How would you know? How would you know? Does it say Calbo on the side? Is this a brand? It's Calbo NYC. This is like a thing they do. Okay. They have like one of those modern websites. Oh, yeah. It's like a $45 canvas tote. Comes in one color and it says Calbo on it. Oh wait, they have brown ones too that are like $75. Oh, this guy has dumb money. I see why you're hunting him down. We actually don't know if this is a guy. This is genderless. Oh, and me. Blue sweater, light jeans, reddish blonde hair. Oh my god, another ginger. There is some connection between gingers and Craigslist. The world cannot define the magnetic pull between these two forces. And they are carrying a striped tote with leaks. Are the leaks a decal on the tote? Are there leaks inside your tote? Do you walk around like Hatsune Miku with leaks on hand in case you gotta go beep, 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 beep? I doubt it. I looked over my shoulder before crossing the street. You smiled. We walked next to each for a block, then went our separate ways. It sounds like you guys were like a little bit stalking each other, which is hella romantic. You should definitely hunt them down. And that was 5 hours ago. Oh my god. I love it when people do it quickly. Like, I'm recording this, it's around 4 p.m. That means that like this happened at like 11 a.m., which is great. That's when love happens. 11 a.m. Next one. Okay. Remember those nights at Les Trepis? Les Trepis? Oh, Google. Guide the way, Google. Tell me what Les Trepis is. Search Google for Les Trepis. Okay. I'm only getting results for letrozole, which is for women who are postmenopause with breast cancer. That's real specific. Okay, I'm assuming that's a club, but maybe I'll get context from reading the rest of it. Oh, no, it's cut off. There's like a whole... Okay, hold on. Let me read the whole thing. I'll be a good narrator. Good evening, ladies. If you have those wild and impulsive desires for an evening of freeness and being spontaneous, then keep reading. If you miss those wild, intense nights at Les Trapeze, or have just been curious about the lifestyle, then let's plan a time to at least chat and see what happens. I'm 5'9", with a slim-toned build, sharp, dark, curly hair, 56 years old, and have recent photos to send. Oh my god, he did a photo shoot. So I'll simply leave the rest up to you to think about it or act upon it. I'm assuming that was like a club. Okay, so there's like a full name I actually have. That's like not a medication for people who lose their tits. Search Google. La Trapeze Club. Okay, one of the reviews says that the buffet is good. And then another thing says he probably got his victims from this place. So that's a wide range of reviews. Oh, it's a swingers club. Oh, it's a swingers club. What are the rest of the Google reviews? 3.8 adult entertainment club. Google's gonna think I'm a pervert now. Okay, the first review is from a local guide, Steve Metz. You could not pay me to leave behind a review under my legal government name for a swingers club, but some people are built different. Awesome times having fun from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. the next morning. Obviously, you're not going back in time. The buffet was good too. What buffet at a swingers club? What are you offering? I remember the lovely blonde German woman that ran it. Thank God she's not ginger. Very welcoming place for a young couple, and some of the best times of my life having fun with the love chairs while the Rolling Stones' Emotional Rescue was playing on the sound system. Okay, we don't have time to listen to that whole album, and I don't have the vinyl. Went there with my boyfriend and had an okay time. We came pretty late. Well, yeah, delayed. When everyone else was basically having, already. But wasn't the issue. We ended up in a private room and had, adult alone only because we didn't see a couple we liked. Maybe next time we'll get lucky. That is so stupid. This is from 9 years ago. Can you imagine taking the time to get all dressed up to go to a public place to smash with other people and you still end up alone with your hubby? That's sad. Let's say, we get some bad reviews. We had a good time, whether upstairs or downstairs. You will have a good time with sexy people, anxiously watching on, ready to join if you wish. Okay, this is starting to sound like a Greek prophecy. The club where the Golgi beach killer frequented, he probably got his victims from this place. Oh, okay, but some things are saying from a year ago that the club is closed, and so it shouldn't be up anymore. Oh, it's tagged. It's tagged permanently closed. Okay, let's look up the Golgi beach killer. Who kills a beach? How do you kill a beach? Do you pollute it? Oh, the Long Island serial killer. Okay, that man has a face that looks like the guy who used to be in charge of Canada, got stung by bees. But there's a Wikipedia page. You know, I don't have a Wikipedia page. I'm not saying somebody should make it, but like recently it's come to my attention you can't get me as a result for Akinator, and like, that's what keeps me humble. The Gilgo Beach serial killings were a part of series of murders on Long Island, New York, spanning from 1993 to 2011? Oh, how many people? In December 2010, the remains of 4 victims designated as the Gilgo 4 were found within one-fourth of a mile near Gilgo Beach. 6 more sets of remains were found in March and April. I'm sorry, it's a beach. What do you mean you couldn't find bodies? They like comb them every night. How many people? How many people? So you got first degree murder, 3 counts, second degree murder, 7 counts, 3 lesser included offenses, 4 individual charges. But how many people? Okay, there's a list of victims. We got, I'm not gonna like go on and mention their names. This isn't gonna become a true crime video. I should probably like step away from this. There's a part of me that like, I'm nosy. That's crazy that this wasn't, oh, he killed mainly women. Oh my God, it seems like they all have like additional names. Oh, they were all adult workers. it seems. Oh. Okay, back to Craigslist. This one says, you said you were going to the west side, Lower East Side. Crevette, you said? We were work neighbors. I didn't get a chance to say bye. I'm guessing they weren't going for like the day. They must be moving, and I also would move if you were my neighbor. You seem creepy. Czech lady with a dog, Central Upper East Side. Czechoslovakian lady with a dog, Central Park. To the lovely Czechoslovakian lady, Sunday morning conversation about nodding up? Cheers, Irish guy. Okay, Google. What does nodding up mean in Irish culture? Nodding up, Irish term. Okay, we're at translation. Oh my, I think this is in Welsh. What does it mean? 24 common Irish sayings and meanings. Going down the list. Okay, there's like a list of Irish sayings and none of these are on it. We have the last one, I'm not joking, number 24 says, I'm going on the gargle /piss/batter, which means you're going out for a drink and you may not return for days? Will you have a mineral means will you have a soft drink? I'm knackered means you're tired. I get that. The Craig was 90. It's fun and atmospheric and it's excellent. Okay. I'm gonna assume knotted up means something like dancing or like meeting up to drink and not like in the werewolf sense. I also want you to be incredibly proud that I'm able to pronounce Czechoslovakian. This one just says hot tub. Brooklyn. Looking for a new top for my hot tub? I would be grateful for the offer. I feel like that's not a misconnections. I feel like you're looking for something to cover your human soup pot. Unless you mean the different kind of top. I don't know. Next one. Dublin to JFK. Okay, the Irish are coming back. That's a redhead. I'm counting it. That's like 3 to 4 redheads so far. Dublin to JFK, Delta flight attendant who called me Jedi. Dublin to JFK and Delta, great chat about Star Wars. Parentheses, Queens. Wonderful Delta Airlines flight attendant. I was so excited to hear you talk about The Mandalorian and appreciate your knowledge on Star Wars experiences. Loved your class scarf. Ooh, you know what I just realized about all of these? There is a small Google map from OpenStreetMap that shows you like where the exact location that this event happened. This one's from 21 days ago. They're giving me randoms now. The other ones have been like from today. Okay, next. Happy Friday, Simple Man from Harlem, Morningside. Hello, this is Simple Man from Harlem. Maybe we walk by each other every day, but we haven't. Maybe you from the east side, but who knows? But I'm 40 from Uptown, 5'11", 240 pounds. If you would like to link up, ladies only. Okay, this isn't a misconnection. This is one of those things that likes to pretend to be a misconnection. This one's from 16 hours ago, so I don't know where that 21-day-old one came from, but we're back into the modern age. So maybe if you've seen this man, you can link up with him, but only if you're a lady. Ladies only. Old friend named Sky. Are you sure they're not a dog? We were friends in the late 90s. She is a 5'2" Latina who lived around 180th Street, full-figured, glasses. Reward to the person that reconnects us. If you know Sky or Sky without the E at the end, please show her this post. If anybody out there listening knows a 5'2" Latina named Sky who lived around 180th Street, please leave it in the comments and never reach out to this man. LIRR to Penn today, morning. Woodside. Hello. You were standing in front of me and gave me a smile today morning. Wanted you to know, say hi. I'm the male in the early 30s. And your grammar is fantastic. Next one. ISO wake up connection. Looking to connect on that early morning wake up. And then it has like an 8-ball and a cup of coffee. So I think this one is drugs. Are you an eater? Harlem/Morningside. Good evening. I'm a black male from Harlem, 40 plus years old, just looking for you if you fit the description, and you always like to eat and drink every drop. Hit me up. Let's find out if we have potential. Upon finishing that sentence, am now realizing he's not talking about breakfast. I don't know why I assumed it'd be breakfast. He's talking about morning sausage. Next one. Regular guy from Harlem. I'm slowly realizing there is no regular man from Harlem who posts on Craigslist. Regular guy from Harlem looking for a wonderful lady. Harlem Morningside. Okay, I'm learning very quickly. Harlem Morningside, just that combination together. Dangerous location, don't go there. But he says, so what's going on this weekend? Regular guy from NYC resides in Harlem, 40 years old, 5'11", looking for a lady to chill or go out for drink with. Non-alcoholic or alcoholic, he'll spike it either way. And food, but also would like to meet before any of that. If you interested, hit me up right. Ladies only. Okay, so he is gonna take you out for food, but he's gonna do a vibe check first to see if you're worth the bacon. If you're not, Lord knows what he's gonna say to you. I would never go on a date with somebody if, like, we met up and they went, nah, never mind, upon seeing my Crocs. This one says, you said, have a good day, downtown. I always imagined that New York had several downtowns. I don't understand what downtown is, and the map they're giving me covers West Street, Canal Street, Manhattan Bridge, and Broadway. Seems like a kind of area that could have several downtowns. Everything's kind of downhill there. Anyway, he says, it was the morning of May 2nd, and I was waiting to cross the street when I noticed you. You seemed like a nice guy and looked so handsome. To my surprise, when we crossed, you said to me, have a good day. I got nervous. I wasn't expecting you to say anything. What did I reply? Or what did I mumble? Because I don't think I was able to speak coherently. You imagine somebody staring at you and you're like, man, I gotta cut this tension. So you say, have a good day. And then he replies just, I too would fall in love. Classic lady dressed with style in Greenwich. Isn't Greenwich like the fancy part of New York City? I was waiting in the waiting area. No crap, Sherlock. That doesn't work as well. Censoring that, it doesn't have the same ring. I was waiting in the waiting area when you walked in, and I really liked how you looked and dressed. I think you noticed me checking you out, and when you walked to the elevator, you touched your hair and locked eyes with me. I understand the age difference is not what you may be interested in, but to me, age is just a number. Please say hi if you see this. It'd be great getting to know you. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it. I think if a lady in Greenwich dresses that classy, and she knows when people are looking at her, and she's touching her hair and she's flaunting and flirting, she's not going to be interested in a guy who didn't have the cahoots to stand up and say hi. She's probably not checking Craigslist. You seem delusional. I would love a documentary that covers the relationships that have started based on Craigslist meetings. Because the only instances I've heard about this, like, going anywhere is, like, through true crime podcasts where they're like, hey, these freaks met on Craigslist, and then they proceeded to just, like, kill everyone on this specific beach and become known as the Gilgo Beach Killer. This one says, shy gym rats in Brooklyn. You've got beautiful curly hair with highlights. I think I've seen you before. Looking different. You're always magnetic. I hope we'll talk to each other somehow. You know how you can talk to each other? It's called walking up to somebody and saying, hi, can I talk to you? And then you have a discussion, but if they, like, awkwardly pull out their, like, earphone and they're like, what? That's not. Walk away. Walk away really fast. Be like, oh, you have a nice outfit on. Goodbye. And just, like, cut your losses. Cut them, like, so fast. Ooh, this one says, beautiful, tall, tatted man on the L train. Brooklyn. You were on the L train with me, 521, to Brooklyn, and you got off before me. That always happens. You tapped me on the arm and said, happy day to share the train with you, and then left. I'm the tatted, curly-haired goth bimbo that forgot to ask your name and how I know you. I really wanted to know. You're beautiful. Okay, that one actually, like, hurts my heart. I feel like they were supposed to connect, and I take back everything I've already said about it. And I feel like this is a good one to, like, end on, because that is true love. The beautiful, tall, tatted man on the L train and the beautiful, tall, curly-haired goth bimbo that forgot to ask your name. I don't think I've ever had a stranger on, like, the T talk to me. I give off really, like, bad vibes in public, and that's, like, a sort of protection from, like, weirdos for me. You know what? Actually, no, there was a guy who was like a gym rat who actually complimented my tattoo because he was staring at my chest. That did happen the other day. Anyway, that concludes the video. If you're interested in ordering your own mystery illustration of fate, there will be a link in description. I draw them all by hand and they're quite beautiful. And if you saw my nails being dirty during this video, no you didn't. Please remember that I dye my hair black, and when I scratch my head, it gets under my nails. And I do a lot of art, and I clean my hands a lot, and it just gets dirty. And this is the end of the video. Please like and subscribe and whatever. Goodbye!